What's up, guys? Krista here, Small Yard Big Plants. It is almost mid-August already, which, I mean, I hate August, so I'm kind of okay with it, but also it feels like it's coming almost to the end of the summer and the garden season, or like the prime peak, is kind of over. I am looking at my garden, and it kind of hurts my heart just because I haven't been able to give it the attention that it needed this year. It's been very underwatered, inconsistently watered. I've been doing everything that I can as I've had energy to in between vestibular migraine, which, if you know, is just horrendous. So, doing my best. Came out here, I'm gonna try to harvest some stuff. I haven't had any zucchini. Zero. It's a big fat zero zucchini coming out of my garden. That has never happened to me ever since I've started gardening. So that can tell you something. I do have a hummingbird friend coming around. I'll see if I can catch her on film. Just a second. Do you see her? She's flitting around, checking me out. She digs the nasturtiums, and guess what? So do I. So thank goodness they survived, because she seems to like them. Small blessings. But yeah, I'll do a quick pan here. You can see there's my herb garden that has all gone to seed, except for maybe that sage in the back. Green stalk full of strawberries past their prime. Beautiful orange nasturtium with a hummingbird friend, some sunflowers. That down below this is a transplant purchased zucchini, which who knows if I'll ever actually get into the ground. Coneflower, asparagus tunnel in the back there. There's just a behemoth, which, hey, I guess that's a victory. Some echinacea that has kind of fallen over in the watering, but that's okay. Carrots I do need to harvest. Some tomatoes that have not ripened yet, but they're sizing up, so that's pretty cool. Green beans that I have yet to harvest. Some sunnies. Some good old Swiss chard that I did not harvest, so it was gorgeous, but clearly needs to be pulled out. Back there in the middle, we've got our pepper bed with some tomatoes in the back, and cucumbers that are probably past their prime. Who knows? Anyway, I figured I'd bring you with me. If I can find anything worthwhile to harvest, I'm going to, and hopefully I can make some salsa, or maybe some baba ganoush with eggplant. We'll see. I did just notice also in the front here, these are, I think, volunteer cucumber plants, so that's exciting, from last season. So maybe we'll get another flush of cucumbers here in the front. But yeah, pretty rough, you guys. Hurts my heart. But the cucamelon finally decided to start growing. Isn't that funny? No fruit on it, but hey, the summer, August is young, I guess. Maybe there'll be some time. Some big old carrots in here. I bet there's some to harvest for sure, because it's been a while. Oh yeah. I gotta pull these guys. Some are still little, but there's some good sizable ones in there. I see some shoulders. You gotta start pulling those. But let's see, I really wanted to look for tomatoes and peppers. Oh, you little snaps. Little snapdragons looking lovely. Hello. That's a pleasant surprise. The sunnies are starting to drop their petals. That's okay. There's still lots of blossoms on here that haven't opened up yet, so hopefully we'll get some more. Big old bean pods. Maybe I'll just let them go to seed. Plant them again next year. Who knows? Some beets down there. Probably pull those with the carrots maybe tomorrow or later this week. Let's see. Here is some, you see them peeking in there? Eggplant. I'm gonna grab those. Ta-da! This is Listada de Gandia. It's beautiful. And I do have some more like diamond eggplants. They're just not long enough yet. And there's another Listada and one more variety, Little Fingers, which just started to put fruit on. So I'm excited. Over here in this mess, I do have lots of crispy offal, but if you'll see, there's a bunch of these Frank's tie-dye tomatoes. This was, I think, a semi-determinate or a dwarf determinate, something like that. But you can see some of them behind this Midnight Roma are actually coloring up. So I'm gonna see if I can get a couple of them under here, ready to go. Oh yeah. Hello, gorgeous. Look at how beautiful that is. Yep, going in the salsa. Let's see, another one. Let's see. Oh yeah, oh my goodness. Delightful. I love the coloring. I'm sure this will have some good rich flavor. Really excited to cook with it. Is there one more in there? There is. I'm going to go around the other side to get it. The Midnight Roma, honestly, there's a ton of blossom and rot. Probably my fault for watering so unevenly throughout the summer, but I'm going to see if I can find one. And lots of sweet peppers over here. I might grab some of those too since I'm out here. Basket is, well, has some things in it. I'll take that. Hello, beautiful zinnias. No bees yet that I'm seeing. I mean, there's been tons of bees, but none are sleeping yet. All right. Told you, good, bad, the ugly. Here's the pepper bed. Yeah, lots of things are getting dehydrated, which is not great. But try to pick the good ones. There's those little eggplants I was telling you about, Little Finger. Here's the Puma pepper. I've gotten 0 from it, so sad. I did spy a sleepy bee. Do you see that little guy tucked into the pepper leaf? Good night, little bee. Also, Bridge to Paris sweet peppers, looking pretty good. So is that basket. I've got Craig's jalapeno, ground Megatron jalapeno, and some Sugar Rush peach. But there's still some more red in here I've got to get. Here's some Corbaci peppers. They're kind of like sweet frying peppers. Honestly, I just love how they like grow super long and curly. Very fun. This is what I mean by blossom and rot. Here's one of the Midnight Roma tomatoes I got excited about. And nope, I'm not gonna eat that. So we'll see if there's any that I can actually enjoy that aren't gross. But the rest of the tomatoes look pretty good. We'll see if I can find any that are reddening up and edible over here. Lots of crunchy. Oh, see? Nope. Nope. I know that I have struggled, but I feel like maybe this is part of the plant too. I'm not sure. Have you guys grown this before? Do you struggle with blossom and rot with this one particularly? Let me know. All right, we went over to another bed. This is where I've got my cucumbers. You can see some right there that are well overgone. Save those for seeds, I guess. Let them reseed. But I do have some silver slicers, these white ones, and they're pretty great because they don't get bitter if you just let them go. So I'm gonna harvest a couple of those and add them to the basket. Okay, I had to trade the basket because I needed some more space. So I gave the other one to the little one so she could get some blackberries. Now I'm gonna try and get some tomatoes from this very sad looking tomato bed. Let's see. I do have some Japanese black Philly that I can get. There was some orange accordions, but they got eaten or mushed. So I'm gonna have to grow those ones again. But I do have one down here that I'm very hopeful about. And there's some raspberry lianas in the back. So let me grab those, add them to the basket. All right, last bed for this evening. is probably my favorite of the season, cherry tomatoes. Still looking sad, but plenty of fruit in there to get. Question for y'all, leave it in the comments. We're doing a trial here between Sun Sugar, these beautiful little nuggets, and Sun Gold, these lovely little nuggets. So far, Sun Gold has been like the elite sweet cherry tomato ever that we've grown, and Sun Sugar is a competing variety. My youngest has said that Sun Sugar is her favorite. I can't decide. Which one are you going for? Sun Gold, Sun Sugar? I want to say like classic Sun Gold, although I think technically it's still a hybrid. It hasn't like become an open heirloom yet or whatever, because I haven't been around that long. Sun Sugar is pretty good too. I don't know, what do you think? Tell me. These are a fun little cherry tomato. They're very small. They're called blue boar berries from Wild Boar Farms, and they are very, as you can tell by the coloring, they're very rich in anthocyanins. Lots of like rich umami flavor. Hi. Kid alert. Rich umami flavor, like I was saying. Super different than what I was expecting. Not very sweet, but I don't know if it's a flavor I love in a cherry tomato, but they are delicious. So yeah, if you like really rich flavored things, maybe, I mean, I could see it giving a lot of good balance in bruschetta, but we'll see. I'm not sure if I'm going to grow them again or not, but they sure are beautiful. They're growing these trusses that are just delightful. But yeah, gonna add them to the basket. These are some Sweet Prince tomatoes, cherry tomatoes from Row 7 Seeds. Delicious, absolutely delicious. Will grow again, I think. Here is one of, I think this has been my favorite cherry tomato that I've grown this year. Again, aside from the oranges, the Sun Sugar and the Sun Gold. It's called Bing cherry tomato. It's absolutely delicious. Hey, Stormy girl. She wants to say hello to the world. Yep. But they are so good. They grow, I mean, considering how my year has been in the garden, I feel like they're fairly prolific. Pretty, they're producing well despite my neglect. And I want more of them. I will for sure grow these again. And I think this is the first like red cherry tomato that I have felt that way about. So Bing cherry tomato is now one of my must grows every year. How about that? I forgot, there's one other tomato in here. Very sickly plant. I mean, again, probably my own fault. These are Brad's Atomic Grape cherry tomatoes. I don't know if you can tell, the colors are stunning. I think they're ripe. They're coming easily off the vine. And they are stunning to look at. They've got those pointy ends. I don't know how I'm going to feel about that. Kind of a texture girly, so we'll see. But there's like purple and green and brown and red and yellow and orange. All the colors. I'm going to take them in, try them with Derek, report back what we think of them. A very unique tomato indeed. So yeah, that's what we've got. Peppers, tomatoes, eggplant, cucumber. I'll take it. One last look at the basket. Despite all of the stuff going on this season, my goodness, it's beautiful. Time to head inside. It's been a rough summer. But I'm gonna keep going, and the garden still brings me joy, and I hope it's brought you some joy too. And oh, kid alert. It's past her bedtime, I'm sure, even though it's still light out here. But yeah, just gonna keep gardening. Gonna try for that fall garden. I try every year. I feel like this year I might be a little bit more successful because I've had such a rough summer. I'm hoping the fall isn't quite as triggering for my migraines with the heat. We'll see. I hope you get out there. Share some pictures in the comments. What has been your favorite thing to grow this year? What have you loved? What did not work out? Was it zucchini, or is it just me? It could definitely just be me. Be well, everybody. Take care. if nothing else, maybe this is my legacy. Giving some garden joy down to my youngest. Such a treat.